There's less than 100 turns before this game ends. The Brutii basically find themselves at war with everyone except for the Brits. The Brits are basically allied with the Brutii, and they're going after the Scipii over there. The Scipii are allied to Julii, and both of them are going to try and take on the Brutii here and, like, keep it from winning the game. The Greeks are basically, like, occupied with Seleucids, and the Seleucids are occupied with the Greeks, so the Brutii are there too. Ranking these guys. Excuse me. The Brutii basically have 40 summons, they need 10 more to win the game. And the question is, can they get those 10 summons to win? If they can, cool. If not, well, they came pretty close yet again. That's all I can say. Alright, let's watch. Alright, well. For some reason, the Brutii Juggernaut decided to come down, like, to southern Italy, basically, first of most of their armies. They, of course, did leave some of these armies, basically, up here to attack, like, France and stuff like that, but I mean, well, this is not the majority of their armies, basically, over here. Even though they are decimating Scipii. And, looking at the rankings, basically, again, I guess they're halfway toward 50 at this point, so, yeah, they're getting there real fast. They got a force over here in Krellis as well, by the way, but, that's not enough to do anything, so just gonna ignore that for now. The Scipii were attacking, or were gonna attack Capua, basically, like last session, but I guess they banned the idea and they're just going elsewhere. They're probably gonna try and walk all the way over here to, like, Spain, but, how good will that be for them? I don't know. And the Greeks are sort of like just hanging out here, and the Seleucids just sort of leave them alone, because, Seleucids. Same old, same old. There's just nothing really to say about them. So, I sort of missed this, but, yeah. Defeat imminent. The House of Brutii, 40 BC. Your honor as a Roman is about to be called into question. Another faction is about to claim victory. Lebanon has fallen. Tarentum has fallen. And really all the Brutii basically need is just, like, a couple more summons to basically win. Will they get it? Will they win? That'd be cool to see actual, like, AI win this game. And with this, the last falling, city in, like, Italy's peninsula, the Brutii have all of Italy. They're almost there. 48 summons, I believe they're at. 2 more to win the game. Looks like they're going to take one from, like, the Scipii over here of Corduba. If the, Scipii don't fight them off. Now, they are under attack, of course, by, like, the Britannia people up here at this point, so it's possible they might not immediately, like, win, but I mean, they're basically on the cusp of victory. They have, like, one Julii city over here to basically worry about. The Scipii basically have all their armies basically, like, in Africa mostly. Or in, like, Palma. And it looks like they're just on their home stretch. I'm almost tempted to, like, just start skipping turns so, like, we win here, because that's what it feels like it's going to be. Like, I gotta skip turns and, like, the win or lose. And yeah, Halicarnassus is basically, like, ungarrisoned at this point. So, I mean, they just walk in the Seleucids and take that settlement. If they send someone there to actually do it with. Well, that's going to help the Brutii possibly win. Or Scipii armies have landed, but they're still laying, like, Corduba's siege here. They might lose that. But where are all these Brutii armies going to go is the thing, right? They have to go conquer some to actually win the game, right? So, where are they going to go? The Scipii are trying to fight back. If they can stall the Brutii from winning, then, like, you know, they're going to last a little bit longer. Maybe they'll be able to time out before everyone wins, but, you know, defeat is imminent. That's all can really be said. And I'll note that over here, the Greeks basically, like, you know, take their army out, they put them over here, they take it back into boats, drop over here. It's like, what are the Greeks doing? What are the Seleucids doing? I just want to note that since they're basically done here in Italy, you can see this long Congo line just slowly like streaming its way over here towards Spain. They did take Dementia, by the way, though they're still under attack over in Corduba, so can they hold on? Probably not. This is a matter of time until these Brutii armies get over here and just like whomp them. Alright, I'll note they basically kept Corduba over here to Scipii, but the armies have more or less arrived. They've got Carthago Nova under attack over here, and won't be long before these guys start attacking Numentia and, like, you know, probably Styrica over here. Maybe I'll get down here to attack these guys as well after they take these summons over here. It's just a matter of time, I believe. You know, I just want to note that at this point, the British do keep attacking, like, you know, the Brutii over here, but I think they're basically ceasefiring, like, you know, with some sort of peace deal right after. And right after they basically get this peace deal, they're like, you know, let's ally to each other or something like that. So, you know, like, alliances are announced constantly. Anyhow, they've taken Dementia. They're coming back to try and take Carthago Nova and, like, you know, Corduba. They're getting there. It's just a matter of time, really. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. You know, I decided something. Because the Brutii are basically so close to winning, at 4 like territories, it really is the point where I should probably, like, you know, with like 2 seas remaining, just keep like just pressing end turn to see if they actually win. And, you know, there's a fair alliance between like Britannia and, like, you know, Brutii. But yeah, it's a matter like, are you gonna take it? There we go. They took, like, you know, Carthago Nova, and now I see like one more city, Corduba, and they'll like win the game, or they'll win with that one. Victory has eluded your grasp, and instead the Brutii, those cruel Romans, now hold the world in their iron grasp. The world is darker, more terrible place as a result. Well, there we go. That's the end of this, like, you know, AI campaign right there. I probably could have, like, you know, let this play out normally, but, you know, whatever. It's good actually to see, like, the AI actually, like, sort of win. And, you know, I just want to basically, like, sort of throw this out there. Before I actually did, like, this campaign, I did actually play the Brutii, basically, like, you know, in my campaign. So, let's just load this basically up. And I want to note that basically both in, like, the Julii campaign I basically played and this, like, you know, recent Brutii campaign, both instances the Seleucid, like, Empire basically collapsed. You know, they're basically just, like, wiped out by, like, the Pontus and Parthians and Egyptians and all this stuff. But this time, like, both these AI campaigns, like, the Seleucids basically rose up and, like, you know, lived to basically tell the tale and get strong. It didn't really seem to amount to much because they seem to have problems with the islands and stuff like that, but, you know, they tried. And we'll basically load up and basically see, like, you know, how my, like, sort of battles basically went down and stuff like that. Ali Iacta Est. The die is cast. Gaius Julius Caesar. Alright, well. Note that phase says summer 226 BC. You know, it always is the case that, like, you know, it doesn't take that many turns before, like, you know, you win the game as a human player. Anyhow, so this is basically the Brutii campaign. And just basically just before I won for most part, I basically have 50 controlled regions. You know, the Senate basically still exists. I've yet to actually, like, you know, be outlawed by them. But there's, like, a bug basically in this game where, if you want to basically, like, you know, attack, like, Rome, where you're basically, like, allied to them, you have to sort of, like, you know, either attack one of their armies or peace out with them first with, like, a diplomat. But anyhow, you can see that basically up here I basically control, like, you know, a little bit like the British summons up here. And, you know, down this direction over here. At one point, I was actually like, the like overlords for like the Germanian people. They actually asked me to like, make us your vassal state and basically like fight off the British for us. At some point, they decided like, no, we're not gonna do that anymore. But I mean, for a long time, basically, like, they were my vassals, and like, I basically sort of helped them stay alive by like, wiping out like all these like British cities over here. Before I got up to here, by the way, I was more or less content with like, having all the Dacian cities over here and like, all the Thracian ones over here. I didn't really feel like the need to basically personally Germania because like, I want to basically like sort of aim for wonders in this one. And you'll see that basically I own like, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I own like, the lighthouse over here. I own the pyramids. And I own all the wonders. And basically want to like sort of like aim with the Brutii to actually get like all the wonders in this like, playthrough. So I actually got that achievement recently. But yeah, I know it's very like notable I basically did here. Like, I jumped into like, southern Greece, took out the Greek cities. Macedon allied with them right away, so I decided like, okay, let's fight them as well. I saw it basically through and took all of like, northern Greece basically up here. Past that, I noticed that the Seleucids basically were down to like, Sardis and like Halicarnassus at this point. And I was like, okay, let's wipe them out. So I jump over like, took these two cities. They of course did actually own over here like, the Maffa. But because like, their faction there is basically like, over here, I basically killed them off and like, that's it for the factions. I got the kill for there. So awesome. Around this time, basically, I'd say I have issues with like, the Dacians and the Thracians. I saw like, the Thracians were being annoying, but the Dacians were at war with me, so I went after them first. Eventually declared war on the Thrace, went off, defeated them. At some point I decided like, maybe take a little like Pontus land over here, so I did that. I was allied to like, Egypt at the time, but soon enough Egypt decided that they're going to betray me, so I was like, okay, we'll fight you. Just went down like over here to basically take their core cities. Then they started saying arms, basically taking back, so I was like, okay, I'll come back and take all these cities over here. And yeah, even though like, this is like something else by the way. Even though that this is technically like, not the entire borders of like the Roman Empire, they very much, look like the borders of the Roman Empire. I'm not sure if like, Carthage basically owns this, but, well, it's an easy way of basically checking. Go to Carthage here, or, diplomacy. Yeah, I think Spain basically owns like all this right over here for most part. And like Carthage has been like, not back to like Africa over here, but, for the most part, basically like, besides like Spain, I control like, Gaul with like the Julii right here. We control basically all of Africa over here. These are like very much the borders like the, actual Roman Empire with like how it's basically set up. At some point I have to try and like wipe out both the Julii and like the Scipii for, or the, the other two Roman factions, but like one of the Roman factions I basically like, play next to like, try and win the game. But whatever. Also, note by the way, where is it? I know I basically had an issue where like, Sinop basically rebelled over here. And there's also another city around here as well. I think it might have been Susa. One of these cities basically rebelled, and when it basically rebelled, they had like a whole lot of peasants units in them. I thought it might have been like up here, but I didn't actually come up here this time around. I was like, as far as I went like up to Armenia, that's about it. But I think it's basically in Susa. This is like so far away from my like capital. This like rebelled on me, and essentially I had a bunch of peasants pop out, and I had to sort of like deal with that. But whatever. But yeah, I'll note that basically like, this is like another like situation where like the Egyptians basically survived and like they punished the Seleucids pretty badly. The Scythians weren't really doing all that much in this game by the way, even though they're still here. But I mean, they sort of sat there as they basically usually do. I'm not really sure any of the factions really did that all that well. I mean, the Scipians basically went down here and like they attacked Carthage quite a bit. Julii basically like engaged in a tango with like the Gallic forces for a while before like, the British basically came in and took all their territories. Really, the AI didn't really have time to really do anything, so it's just me like sort of spamming the board with my units. Alright, well that's basically enough talking about all this stuff here. We saw the end of like the AI campaign. So I'm not that basically like in between these like AI campaigns, I've been like sort of like playing a game. What I'm gonna do right now is gonna play with the Scipii and just try to do like a full campaign of like them as well. And then I'll probably do like one more like AI campaign basically after that. And I may like play like another like actually like let's play like playthrough at that point, but for now Take care, I guess.